Good morning and welcome to this week's chapter from the book 10 Steps to Less Anxiety and Stress at Work. Chapter 5 is all about clear and assertive communication. Our relationships with others at work can make or break our experience, and this largely comes down to how we communicate with each other. Having poor communication or cooperation with your colleagues can lead to multiple issues at work. When you have misunderstandings, conflicts, or disagreements with others, or when you feel ignored, disrespected, or unsupported by others, you can feel angry, frustrated, intimidated, devalued, or helpless. When we learn to be better communicators, we can improve our overall experience of work as well as our productivity. It is important to be able to communicate clearly and assertively with your colleagues. When you achieve clearer communication, you'll be able to do things like express your thoughts and feelings. By being unafraid to communicate honestly, you can share your opinions, ideas, needs, or emotions with others in a respectful and honest way. This can help you avoid confusion, resentment, or repression. It will also help you understand others' thoughts and their feelings. Communicating effectively can also help you listen to and acknowledge others' opinions, ideas, needs, emotions in a respectful and empathetic way. This can help you avoid assumptions, judgments, or rejection. Communicating clearly and assertively can also help resolve issues and problems. When we can speak openly and honestly and confidently, we are more likely to identify and address issues or problems that arise at work in a constructive and collaborative way. This can help you avoid conflicts, arguments, or even escalation. So we can also build trust and respect. Being seen as open and effective communicator can help you establish and maintain positive and professional relationships with your colleagues and boss. This can help you avoid isolation, hostility, or even alienation. So, how do you actually communicate clearly? Communicating clearly is the process of conveying your message to others in a way that is easy to understand and follow. Having this ability can help you improve your communication skills and effectiveness. So, here are some tips from us on how to do that. So, use simple and direct language. Using a simple and direct language can help you express your message in a concise and accurate way. Use words that are familiar, appropriate, and specific to your audience, whilst trying to avoid jargon, slang, or acronyms that may confuse or mislead your audience. You could also use non-verbal cues. Whilst we may focus on the words we say, we communicate largely with non-verbal cues such as body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions or gestures. Be mindful of your non-verbal cues and try to use ones that are consistent, positive, and respectful to your audience. Pay attention to the non-verbal cues of your audience and adjust your communication accordingly. Use examples and evidence. So, using examples and evidence can help you support your message with facts, data, or stories. If you need to communicate your message, try using examples and evidence that are relevant, credible, and persuasive to your audience. So, using feedback can help you check your message for clarity, accuracy. So, do not be afraid to ask for feedback from your audience by asking questions, paraphrasing, or summarizing what you said or heard. Try to also give feedback to your audience by answering their questions, clarifying or confirming what they said or heard. So, how do you communicate assertively? Now, communicating assertively is the process of expressing your message and needs to others in a way that is respectful to yourself and others and can help you to improve your self confidence and self respect. Here are some tips from us on how to communicate assertively. Use I statements. Using I statements can help you express your thoughts, feelings, needs, or requests in a personal, honest, and responsible way. Use I statements that start with I and describe your situation, your feelings, your needs, or your requests. For example, instead of saying, "You are always late," you could say, "I feel frustrated when you are late." So you could use positive statements. Use positive statements. Using positive statements can help you express your message in a constructive, optimistic, and solution orientated way. Use positive statements that focus on what you want, not what you don't want, or what can be done, or not what can't be done. For example, instead of saying, "Don't interrupt me," you could say, "Please wait until I finish." So use assertive rights. When using assertive rights, you can help you express your message in a confident, respectful, and dignified way. You can use assertive rights to acknowledge your rights, such as the right to say no, the right to make mistakes, the right to change your mind, or the right to ask for help. For example, instead of saying, "I'm sorry, but I can't do this," you can say, "I have the right to say no, and I choose not to do this." So you could also use win-win outcomes. Using win-win outcomes can help you express your message in a cooperative, collaborative, and mutually beneficial way. Win-win outcomes seek to satisfy both your needs and the needs of others. For example, instead of saying, "I want this and you want that," you can say, "How can we find a solution that works for both of us?" By following these tips, you'll be able to communicate clearly and assertively with your colleagues, which will help to improve your work relationships and your communication skills. So now we've come to the end of chapter 5. So here are the key takeaways that we've covered during this chapter. Improving how you communicate can improve relationships with others and yourself. Clear communication uses simple, direct language and is mindful of non-verbal cues. Being assertive is about being able to express your message and needs to others in a respectful and constructive way. So every week there is a challenge. So this week's challenge is to see where you can improve your communication at work using that simple, direct language, and to see how it improves your working relationships. And see what you can be done and take that step into being clear, assertive communicators. So in the next chapter, chapter 6, we will discuss how to deal with conflicts, challenges, and changes at work. This can help you cope with the stress and anxiety at work and also at home. Remember, you can get a copy of this book for free using the link in the description. But if you would like to support us, there's also another link that will send you to Amazon, so you'll be able to buy a copy. I don't think it's not very much, so that would be great to support us as well. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out and drop us a message. And also, if you like the topics and contents that have been covered and would like us to come in, then we will be more than happy to come and have a chat and see how we can help your company or organization. I'll see you next week. Not here next week. The next session is in 2 weeks' time. So we'll see you in 2 weeks.